you're gay, you're gay, you're gay. Look at you, you look like a whole fruit bag, and da-da-da. Look at you, you're all gay. One thing they never seem to do is pull up any pictures with me and a man. And let me say this to everybody, because I'll touch this and I'll keep it moving. And I'll tell you, and more than anything else, everybody who keeps this shit up has already proven that they really don't think I'm gay. You know why? Because if they really did, they would not be attacking me. Because the last thing they would want to do is attack a man who's black and gay. They don't want those problems. So it's the perfect, so they think it's the perfect assault. Let's call a straight black man gay. Keep playing. Keep playing. I mean, come on. And when a church is trying, when I'm like, really? Let's call don't tip your hand. Let them talk. But as long as it's talk.
Hey, Dr. Samuel, I need your help. Like, really bad. I want to know, why is it that I cannot go past the first date?
What is going on with your mouth?
Black women, I count about a dozen. I'm going to call them the dirty dozen of division. The triple D, the dirty dozen of division. There's about 12 members of the dirty dozen of division, 12 beta males, YouTube life coaches, who are trying to build a platform by making black women feel bad. I don't like it. I can't appreciate black men trying to make a dollar off of making black women feel bad. And unfortunately, our black women, some of them are so thirsty for validation that they're participating in the attacks and slander against the black female community, and that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. No black woman should ever subject herself, even for amusement. Even for amusement. Even for amusement, the black woman.
I think Lizzo is 308 pounds.
Okay. So she's, but because she's 308 pounds, and I'm not
What is your question? What is your question about what she should do?
No, I'm saying because that weight, just because she's that weight, she should not go after that are the standard of attractive men. So like fit men. She
can go after whatever she wants to, but she's not entitled to any of them. That's why she keeps getting shot down by all of them.
But I don't.
Excuse me.
But how can you say?
Excuse me.
I'm
Excuse me. She's 308 pounds, and every man she's wanted, shot at, has turned her down publicly. You can do whatever you want as a woman. You can think what you want to as yourself. You're entitled to believe what you want, but you're not entitled to those outcomes. You're going to get the reality. And we don't show me the male equivalent of Lizzo, a man who's below average in earnings, expecting a bona fide bad bitch.
But that's not equal, because Lizzo.
Yes, it is. It's the same. No, that is.
Okay, you're right. That's what I'm here for. So
I'm always right. I know I'm right.
You're right. Let me backtrack.
You wrong.
Okay.
You are in the presence of Dr. Devin Samuels and the one and only, the illustrious Chinchilla John.
Hey, baby. What's up, baby?
What's going on, Chinchilla?
Fantastic.
I like your jacket. You looking real fresh tonight. Well, it's daytime where you are. It's nighttime for me.
What we talking about?
So, I've been watching you for a while, Dr. Samuels, and I just wanted to see if you could help me with this slight problem that I have. So I'm trying to understand why short men are so attracted to tall women. Like what is it, and how do you get them to stop hitting on you?
They love a challenge, right? They love a challenge.
You women are so indecisive. Men, on the other hand, move with a swift and deliberate purpose. Goes back to prehistoric times when we men were the hunters and you women did what we told you to. And you liked it.
I see women being abused. I don't see black women being physically abused. Never really have. I'm gonna just say it. I never really have seen black women being abused. In my entire life, I have known of one woman, and that was one of my mother's friends back in the 70s. One. And she and her husband, or she and her men, they would fight each other. One, emotional abuse. I will tell you, the emotional abuse comes from women to men, not men to women.
Okay. You're right. You're right. That's what I'm here for. So
I'm always right. I know I'm right.
You're right. Let me backtrack.
You wrong.
Okay. You're right. Let me backtrack.
You wrong.
Again, we're talking about somebody just saying, hey, smile. Not, hey, have to do a sexual act or give me some money. Smile. And then you turn around and say, well, I don't hear them saying it to other races of women. Learn something. Those other
What
races
am I learning from that though?
how to get a husband and keep one.
So if I'm just like, okay, and so just hear me out. If I'm just having a normal walk through the park and I'm minding my own business, a man's, having a normal walk in the park as well, and he randomly says to me, smile, I should just smile at him?
Well, ma'am, apparently it's happened enough in your life to where this is becoming an issue. Because it can't be
Happens
just
a
a
lot.
one-off. Oh, no, hold on. It can't just be a one-off situation. It's enough to where you actually decided to call into a broadcast and make it an issue. So the fact of the matter is you walk around with a resting bitch face.
You're right. Let me backtrack.
You wrong.
If people continue to do this to you, then maybe you need to take under consideration. Maybe this may be the way I'm approaching men. My image I'm carrying in the world to black men is this way.
Angry?
So what you're saying is black men who aren't related to you or you don't have any investment in you can make no demands of you.
I just feel like a man that I don't know, a man that I've never seen before, shouldn't do that.
So black
and
women
so, yes,
like
I
that.
agree.
So what you need to understand. So a man who does not know you, if he sees you getting fucked up, needs to keep on walking. See, this is why y'all want this
Why
group
would I be
protection.
randomly
No.
picking
Listen
up?
very well. This is when y'all talk about you want this group protection. You want a black man to step in. You okay, sis? And this all that other kind of stuff. A black man can't even ask you to smile at him for risk of offending you. So, conversely, if there's something happening to you, you need to call your man. And the men you deem necessary enough to do something for. Because just us regular black men who have no investment in, or you have no investment in, we can make no demands of you. See, that's the beautiful thing about other races of people.
Because I've been getting questions about these black male life coaches, these uncredentialed, uncertified, untrained, YouTubian black male life coaches.
Potential. In the Western world, you're asking a man to date you on the potential that you might be a wife when 50+% of marriages end in divorce, higher than that in our community. Most of our marriages, women are married less than 5 years, and you're filing greater than 80% of the divorces. When women walk away, they're not in a worse financial position. They're typically in a better position, especially if children are involved. Think about what you're asking a man to do. You're asking him to risk an incredible amount of things on the potential that you might get this shit straight.
But I believe that as we're dating, he will see my actions as showing that
you did not even listen to the gravity of what the situation is. I laid out a pretty in-depth case, and you didn't even take 3 seconds to contemplate the gravity of what I said.
Okay, I'll pause.
So what does that tell men? That these women ain't caring a damn thing about what a man wants. It's about what y'all want.
No, I think the majority of us.
What would a man have to risk if dating you on potential? All right, so would you marry a man on potential? Hey, I don't have a job right now, but I have the potential to get a job. Well, then what the French toast, man?
You make more points. Don't slap me, please.
Well, we gotta slap because y'all are asking men to date on potential and carrying on, and y'all don't.
I'm not here to knock nobody. I don't know how anybody feeds their children. I don't know how to keep a roof over their head. I don't know how to keep food in their body. I'm not here to knock anybody's hustle. I'm not here to knock anybody's hustle because I don't know how they feed their children. I've had people try to destroy my profession, my professional career as a certified school psychologist, my professional career as a clinician and a therapist. I've had people try to destroy that because they didn't agree with my political platform. I've had people try to destroy that. So I will never attack another black man's ability to feed his family. Even with the gangster rappers, I will not attack their ability to feed their family. But I do want to say this to the black women out there. I'm disappointed in a lot of my sisters. I am disappointed in a lot of black women because I thought that our sisterhood was evolving to a place that would not tolerate I thought black sisterhood was evolving to a place that would not tolerate slander and degradation of black women on any level for any reason. I thought, black sisters, that you guys were getting to a place, you sisters, you queens, my beautiful black goddesses, I thought you all were evolving to a place where you would not approve of Eurocentric slander and degradation and debasement and undue attacks on your integrity as a black woman.
That you go ahead and stick your head down, put your 10 years in, and then at age 30, 35, you go back and start looking for women between the ages of 21 and 25. Age gap dating. See, that's another problem because there's going to leave a whole group of women but you can't save them all. It is not your job to become the man you're supposed to be and then to go back and do everything you have to do and then throw it all away because somebody else didn't want to do the work.
Okay. You're right. You're right. That's what I'm here for. So
I'm always right. I know I'm right.
You're right. Let me backtrack.
You wrong.
Okay.
But I'm seeing black women, out of their thirst for male validation, entertain some of these Negroes who have no history of organizing in the black community. They have no history of fighting for our children. They have no activism resume at all. Why would you subject yourself to that level of insult? Why would you subject yourself to that level of degradation and undue criticism from a complete stranger?
Right?
You mean Dr. Umar Johnson, the man who has 2 children by 2 different women he never married? Dr. Umar Johnson, the guy that for the last 10 years has not built brick one of a school he's collected money from. Dr. Umar, hold on, ma'am. Dr. Umar Johnson, the man who calls you queen, mother, goddess, and all this other kind of stuff. And again, for those who are keeping score, this is another woman who comes on and says, talk to us more like Umar. The Prince of Pan-Africanism. Big Papa's in the house. Run my donations. I mean, shout out to Umar. I got no problem with the dude, but I think it's funny y'all keep coming over here asking everybody to talk like Umar. Queen Mother God, Cocoa Butter and Sea Moss Gold and shit.
And some of them claim to not even like me. So why are you quoting my material and not referencing me? You obviously watch me. You obviously watch me because too much of my material is coming out of your mouth.
You could talk about my gut all day, but I'm sexy with mine. I'm fine. I'm cool in my skin. I can get rid of the gut, but you'll never be 6'3". I can get rid of the gut. Big Papa, nigga. That's why I'm Big Papa. I can get rid of the gut.
You in charge of the girls, right?
I am in charge of the girls.
Are you in charge of the girls?
I am in charge of the girls.
Okay.
Depending on his age.
See what I mean? See what I mean? This goes so deep for black women. They will even, should have been an easy question. No, I would not want my son to bring, I want the best for my son. That should have been the appropriate answer. That's why I sat up. That is bullshit. You should want the best for your son.
Of course.
But and are you thinking, Micah?
If he bought home a woman, yes, I feel like I'm the exception to the rule. But
no, you're not. That's the problem. You all think you're the exception to the rule, but your life is proven to you that you're not.
My love life is not that good. I agree with you.
That's my point, and ma'am, and that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid 30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those. You got a big dick?
Huh?
You have a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick. I didn't say it was above average.
I don't know what that is, really.
Nigga, you know if you got a big dick or not. Stop the bullshit. Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know I got a big dick. You don't know?
I mean,
you don't have a big dick. That's the point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You a fat dude. And you got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosing signals at 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old. And women should approach you. What they get, they don't even get a big dick.
Because you're looking for male validation. That's why we need the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. See, when this gym is fully restored, I'm going to offer
Umar Johnson, the guy that for the last 10 years has not built brick one of a school he's collected money from. Dr. Umar, hold
on. Some sisterhood circles. Dr. Umar is going to offer some sisterhood circles right inside of this gymnasium. I'm going to offer some sisterhood circles right inside this gymnasium where I'm going to speak positivity and strength to our black women. I'm going to speak positivity.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Why is it so what?
Go ahead.
From my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick. That's another one of you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up 5, but when I put myself together 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
So
did you I mean, stop right there. Breathe and digest. You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
Say what? I really just wanted some advice. I love you.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
Love you.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but
okay, but you're not accepting the fact that average looking women, average looking woman who's older, average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son, average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy. This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men. You don't qualify for one. And you're making, I don't want to have to go there, but when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
Sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about that? I'm just cut to the chase, ma'am. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone, straight up, because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, ma'am, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina. But if your ass worked at the post office, you would not think so highly of your opportunities. And that's the reality. Men don't care about your money. Not the kind of men that you want. We don't care about your money. It ain't ours. We care about the fact that you are older and you got kids. And you're average. And the reality of your life has showed you that. You don't have the kind of men that you want knocking on your door trying to find you. See, what we've done in this country, this world, is we've told women like yourself that you can have it all, and you got a Prince Charming who's 6 feet tall, 6-figure income, jawline, all this other kind of stuff. And I'm sorry, man. No. Most people get average people, especially average people. You're an average person. I mean, let's be real. You're not running Microsoft. You got a pet grooming business. You've been making 6 figures for the last 3 years. Okay. But if I looked at you and I took all that off of you, all the eyelashes and all the hair, what do you look like under there?
I mean, I look the same.
No, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
I'm sorry?
No, you don't. You don't look the same, because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
So what is your advice for women that...
All right, I'll tell you my advice, man, because you're not listening to me. This is why I always recommend you need therapy. People, most of us in the Black community need therapy, but you're not dealing with reality. I asked you about your child's father, and you couldn't answer me. But it doesn't sound like you're too proud of him. What kind of student is your child?
He's an A student.
Does he have any behavioral problems?
No, he actually got a YouTube channel, and he's trying.
No. But where is it? But his daddy is still. If his daddy is alive, does he have a relationship with his father?
Yeah, he does.
Then what's your issue with him?
He's not business minded like my father and my uncle. And
then why did you choose to make a baby with him before you got married?
Young and dumb. I was 16.
Exactly, and that cost. See, yeah. That young and dumb shit. Let me stop you right here. That young and dumb shit you Black women throw out as if it's supposed to get. Listen and listen well, women. Young and dumb is not a get out of jail free card. It doesn't go woof and change the fact. You still have to carry that consequence. And men are not rushing up to be stepfathers to 13-year-olds. What would be better is if you honestly sat down and asked yourself, what value can I bring to a man?
And I know what I can.
Well, all right. What value? What is it?
What is it? I can help him with his business. I'm very business minded on the end of helping organize. And I plant into planting my own garden, so I can definitely plant into improving my elegance with just self-improvement and working on myself. And
man, at 35 years old, here's what you told me. I can help him with his business. Due respect, ma'am. And I mean no disrespect, but 20 to 30% of people own businesses. What about the 70 to 80% of men who don't own them? That means that doesn't matter. That means nothing to the average man. Then the next thing you said, I can plant. Ma'am, that means nothing to most people because we go to grocery stores. Then you say self-improvement. I gave you a shot at saying what you have to offer to men, and you said nothing that we value.
What do you value?
Book a session. I'm not doing this. Nope. I'm done. I've tried to go around, but this has happened. The older you ladies get, the more you get set in your ways. Book a session because I don't want to do this in public, man. Because you seem like a sweet woman, but you're not getting it.
You're being so mean.
I'm not being. Don't tell me I'm being mean. I'm about to be mean. I get tired of you broads telling me I'm being mean because you cannot handle the goddamn truth. You called my show on the day that you ain't even supposed to be here, and I honored the call and sat here and tried to help you. And I'm telling me I'm being mean. Get the fuck out of my phone. I'm tired of y'all doing this shit.
Some sisterhood circles. Dr. Umar is going to host some sisterhood circles where I can speak power and strength into Black women. I'm going to speak power and strength. This is the Frederick Douglass High School you're looking at. I'm going to speak power and strength into our beautiful African sisters. That's right. I'm going to build you up. And what makes it so bad about these so-called life coaches, some of them actually regurgitate a lot of Dr. Umar talking points. People send me clips. Of some of these YouTubian opportunist so-called life coaches, and I'm seeing some of them quote me verbatim without giving credit to their source. And some of them claim to not even like me. So why are you quoting my material and not referencing me? You obviously watch me. Because too much of my material is coming out of your mouth. There's a whole group. There's at least 12. I think I've counted 12 different YouTubian beta male wannabe life coaches that are out there slandering Black women, attacking Black women, degrading Black women. I count about a dozen. I'm gonna call them the dirty dozen of division. the triple D, the Dirty Dozen of Division. There's about 12 members of the Dirty Dozen of Division, 12 beta males, YouTube life coaches, who are trying to build a platform by making black women feel bad. I don't like it. By making black women feel bad. I don't like it.
Do it though. This is dead.
I know. So I am single mom of 4.
Okay. How many? 4?
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
I am seasoned a little bit, but I'm not discouraged. Okay.
What is the question, woman?
I'm sorry.
What's the question?
So I'm trying to figure out what I need to be focusing on and looking for in relationships.
I don't know. What outcome do you want?
I want happiness.
You want to be married?
Absolutely. I've never been married.
Hold on. Let's just answer these questions. You're a mother of 4, and how many different fathers?
4.
Holy shit! How many times have you been married?
None.
That ain't gonna work.
I've been proposed to 3 times.
That ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, I'll never accept it.
No. What I'm saying is not gonna work. There's no marriage to a woman who has 4 kids by 4 different men who's never been married. What guy wants to follow that? There's no marriage to a woman who has 4 kids by 4 different men who's never been married. What guy wants to follow that?
So your answer is I'm done.
As far as marriage, in all likelihood, yeah. I mean, how old are you?
44.
44. First off, man, let's take you out of it. Let's say you have a brother, right?
Right. 7
And your brother comes up and says, hey sis, I'm gonna marry this woman with 4 kids by 4 different men. She ain't never been married. What you gonna tell him? Yeah, man, lock that deal down.
Are you asking? Can I respond?
Yeah, what you gonna tell him? You gonna tell him a lot.
So, well, you know.
What are you gonna tell him?
Of course, I'm gonna have my own personal experience in it. So, of course, I'm gonna tell him, okay, yeah, absolutely.
You gonna tell him absolutely?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you love your brother so much you would tell him to marry a woman with 4 kids by 4 different men and he never been married to either one of them. That ain't love, ma'am. That ain't love.
I mean, it depends on the history.
That ain't love. That ain't okay, ma'am. Listen, this is where you women go wrong because you're too into it. Do you have any sons?
I do. 2 sons.
So 2 of your 2 sons come back and both of them say, "Hey, mom, I found a woman with 4 kids from 4 different men. I'm gonna marry her." You gonna say, "Go ahead, son. Let's go ahead and plan that up."
Probably not.
Exactly.
I'll be honest. Probably not.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly, because the men you're talking about are somebody's sons. I mean, here's the thing: if you didn't need to be married to have babies, you don't need to be married. You don't need to be married now. That's really how men think about it.
Okay, so take marriage out of it, Kevin. So I mean, because at the end of the day, I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, I want this, that, and the third. I got my own bag. I'm an accountant. All right. I want someone that I can be, because no one deserves to die alone.
Well, I get it, ma'am. I get it. Well, how old is your youngest child?
My youngest is 11. They'll be 12.
All right, ma'am. But still, you got to understand that you're deciding to come to these things at beyond middle age.
They have thrown me on the bus at the force.
You are, unless you're going to live to be 100, you are beyond middle age.
Okay, so it's done for me. I should just go and die.
You want me to tell you what you want to hear? Or you want me to tell you what I think? Well, then listen. You came to these decisions to where it seems to now be a priority. Because at 44 with 4 kids, you were just out here doing what you wanted to do. You said you got a bag, okay. But now you don't want to die alone. All right, but then here's the thing. I hear you. But there's a man out there who's going to have to attach himself to you. And what is he going to get?
Can I answer?
Yes.
Okay. So when he attaches himself to me, he's going to get an awesome individual. He's going to get a down-to-earth individual, someone that has a grasp on life and what they want. Okay. Someone that can provide, someone that knows how to cook, someone that knows how to take care of the household. That's what he's going to get. Somebody's going to.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you some other questions. Okay.
Okay.
How tall are you?
5'9".
Dress size?
I'm gonna slap you, Kevin. I done gained a little weight in quarantine. So I'm probably like a 14 now. So I'm 5'9", 230.
All right. 5'9", 230 pounds.
5'9", 230.
4 kids. Listen. 5'9", 44 years old. 5'9", 230 pounds, size 14, with 4 children by 4 different men. And everything that you said you were going to provide for a man is you're going to get an awesome individual who has a grasp of something or other, who knows how to clean a house and knows how to cook. Ma'am, he can get that in a 25 or 30-year-old with no children and a dress size 6.
So what you saying,
ladies, this is what I'm. Listen. Do you understand what I just said? What you're bringing to the table. Okay, you're an accountant, right?
I just want you to give me advice on me.
I understand. I give it. Listen. I give general advice on this show because if you need specific advice, use up some of that bag and book a session. I don't just give free specialized advice out.
That's what I need to do.
So here's the thing. Yeah, but in general, man, I'm speaking to you in some terms accountants can understand. Assets and liabilities. Your assets need to outweigh your liabilities for someone to want to take that deal. And the things I've asked you about assets were very vague, but your liabilities are very real.
Absolutely.
All right. Hopefully that helped.
I don't like it. I can't appreciate black men trying to make a dollar off of making black women feel bad. And unfortunately, our black women, some of them are so thirsty for validation that they're participating in the attacks and slander against the black female community, and that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. No black woman should ever subject herself, even for amusement. Even for amusement, the black woman should never subject herself to another man's condemnation. And what makes the condemnation so ridiculous for me, it's mostly superficial. Most of the assessment is superficial, brothers and sisters. It's superficial. You weigh too much. You don't have the right body type. You don't have enough education. You don't make enough money. This is European standards. This isn't African. That's not who we are. And black women are subjecting themselves for this because they want a black man so bad to publicly validate them. They're taking a chance at being totally humiliated because they're so thirsty to have a black man publicly validate them. That's why you're doing this, black woman. See, I want you to understand and overstand. The same reason you go on these YouTubian beta male so-called life coaching platforms, the same reason you go on these YouTubian beta male so-called life coaching platforms is the same reason you stay in abusive relationships. It's the same reason black women stay in abusive relationships. It's the same reason black women stay. Why do black women stay in a relationship where she's being exploited sexually, emotionally, or financially? Why doesn't the black woman leave? Talk to me, black women. We're talking about the unconscious psychology of abuse of our sisters. We're talking about the unconscious psychology of why black women would rather stay. Because a lot of black women feel that if a man does not validate me, I'm not good enough as a woman. And some of our sisters' self-esteem are so low that they will stay with any man just to feel like a woman. That's where this comes from, black woman. That's why I'm working on my For Sisters Only relationships and dating book right now. That's why I'm working on my For Sisters Only relationships and dating book right now, because I want you sisters to understand what makes you get on YouTube and let a man destroy you like that. What makes you get on YouTube and reveal your private business to an absolute stranger? What makes you get into a relationship and let a man walk all over you? This is that fatherlessness. This is that fatherless little girl inside of you that cries out for validation by any means necessary. This is the abused little girl inside of you whose father wasn't there to pour love and pour strength and pour abundance into your soul. And now you're running around looking for validation, and you will let the most unqualified and uncertified. You will let the most unqualified and uncertified. You will let the most unqualified and uncertified YouTubian beta male tear you apart in front of your peers, because you just hoping that this one time you will get publicly validated. And you think that if you get publicly validated, get publicly validated, you might feel better about yourself. And I'm here to tell you that the mind loves to play tricks on you. Your mind loves to play tricks on you. That's right. Your mind wants you to think that if you can get one of these YouTubian beta males to validate you publicly, your self-esteem will go up, but it won't. These are the games the unconscious plays on your mind, black woman. These are the games that your unconscious plays on your mind, black woman. Don't let your mind play games on you. Don't let that little girl inside of you who was victimized as a child. Don't let that little girl inside of you that was victimized by your first husband. Don't let that little girl inside of you that was sexually assaulted or physically assaulted by her mother's boyfriend. Don't let the pain of that little girl. Don't let the pain of your inner child, black woman. Don't let the inner child run your life. See, black woman, I want you to understand something. When you read For Sisters Only book, you're going to learn about that little girl that every black woman got's living inside of her. And that little girl is scarred and hurt. All of what you've been through as a little girl, all the sexual molestations you've been through as a little girl, the sexual abuse and exploitations you've been through as a little girl, the relationships you've been in that did not turn out right. That little girl in you is trying to heal, but she doesn't know how to heal, so she's motivating you to get involved in dysfunctional relationships and dysfunctional situations to get your unmet needs met. That's right. When you find yourself going on these YouTube platforms to let uncredentialed, uncertified people, when you go on these YouTube platforms to let uncredentialed strangers evaluate you, that's the little girl in you. That's the little girl in you crying out for validation. And I'm telling you, sister, if your father is still alive, if your father figure is still alive, if your uncle or grandfather is still alive, if you have a pastor who ain't trying to get in your panties, if you have a pastor who ain't trying to get in your panties, you can have a conversation with a man who doesn't have a sexual interest in you. You can have a conversation with a man who doesn't have a sexual interest in you to help get those unmet needs. See, every woman in the world, but we're talking about our queens. Every woman in the world, but we're talking about our queens. Every woman in the world needs a man who loves her without any interest of sexual intercourse. Listen to me well, black woman. In order for you to be healthy, you have to have a man you can go to and get emotional healing and support. And that man is so secure in his manhood and so in control of his hormones and his root chakra. See, black men, we got to get our root chakras under control. The black man has to get his root chakra. Black men, the reason why some of us are so hypersexual is our root chakra is out of control. We have to get our root chakras under control if we really want to serve the black sisterhood. I'm going to say it again. We got to get our root chakras under control so that we can be of better use to our women. Because every black woman needs a man that she can depend on for emotional support that doesn't lead to sexual abuse. And I'm using sexual abuse in the general sense, not having sexually raped or anything, but having sex with a woman who really don't need sex can be a form of sexual abuse. Having sex with a woman who really don't need sex, who's looking for love, that can be considered a form of sexual abuse, brothers and sisters. And so black men have to get our root chakras under control so when sisters come to us, we can say to ourselves, not to her, this is a beautiful sister, but she don't need me for that. She don't need me for that. She need me to be a man right now. She needs me to be a non-sexual man. She needs masculine energy that does not have any sexual agenda tied to it. Women often need masculine love and emotion that doesn't have any physical intimacy tied to it. And I'm going to say this to all the black men listening. I'm going to say this to all the black men listening. I'm going to say this to all the black men listening. Until you are strong enough to love a woman without sticking your Shango stick, until you can say, Dr. Umar, I know some women who are beautiful and got a lot going for them. But because I know I don't really mean them no good, or because I know they really looking for a husband right now and not just a friend, or because I know I have enough women on my rotation as it is, because I know I have enough queens in my queendom, although I would love to experience this, sister, I'm going to be a real alpha male today. I'm going to be a real alpha male today, and I am not going to let that sister walk into a trap where she's looking for masculine validation but ends up getting taken advantage of by another male. I'm going to let her know, sister, I'm not going to sleep with you. You're beautiful, you're drop dead gorgeous, but I know you're looking for more. And because I know you're looking for more, I'm never going to touch you. We are never going to go there. I'm going to be the man you can come to when you need to have a conversation about other men. I'm going to be the man you can come to and get a hug, a real tight hug, and it not lead to nothing else. Black men, part of being masculine is being able to turn that root chakra down, turn down that root chakra energy, and just be a brother to a sister. In order to be an alpha male, in my definition, part of being an alpha male, is being emotionally available to black women in need of positive masculinity without it leading to a sexual escapade. Part of being an alpha male, in my definition, part of being an alpha male in my definition is being emotionally available to a woman without allowing the relationship to descend into an empty sexual escapade. That's where we got to get, black men. America has made us too hypersexual. America has made us too hypersexual. America has made us, as black men, all men, but I'm talking to my brothers, America has made us hypersexual. And ever since slavery, 400 years, the black man has been trained to sexually objectify the black woman. For 400 years, the black man has been trained by the slave master to sexually objectify the black woman's body and the black woman herself. For some of us, the black woman is nothing more than an object of sexual satisfaction. For many of us, the black woman is nothing more than an object of sexual satisfaction. That comes from the slave empire. That is part of post-traumatic slavery disease. If you are a black man and the main worth of a woman to you is her sexual abilities, then you suffer from post-traumatic slavery disease. Now, don't get me wrong. Black women are gorgeous. I love 5'5" thick in the thighs. I love a curvy, conscious, nappy-headed, intelligent, can throw down in the kitchen black woman. Oh, yes, I love a beautiful black woman. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. I am a man with the urges and instincts of any other African man. But at the same time, the God in me, the deity in me, the divine in me dictates that I control that root chakra and control those natural urges towards reproduction when I see a sister who needs more than that. And a true alpha male can say, you know what? Not this time. Not this time, not under these circumstances. I'm going to be a source of masculine support for this black woman, no matter how beautiful and single she is, and I'm not going to let it turn into a useless sexual escapade where she goes home feeling used and abused. I'm not talking about a sister who is only interested in having a friend. That's different. If a sister just wants a friend and she's cool with that, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about sisters who you know are thirsty for a husband, thirsty for a meaningful relationship, thirsty for a long-term relationship, and you are not the one to give it to her. Can you just stand by her as a brother? Can you be the shoulder she needs to cry on once in a while? Can you be the brother that gives her the hug once in a while? See, the reason why some of the coons in the chat, the reason why some of the beta males in the chat can't understand, overstand, or understand what I'm talking about, the reason why some of you beta males in the chat can't understand, overstand, and understand what I'm talking about is you have been mentored by beta males who have positioned the black woman as their enemy. You have been mentored by beta males who have raised you to believe the black woman is your problem. I had a beta male say earlier, Dr. Umar, black women been in charge of the black community for 60 years. No, she hasn't. She, the white man, has been in charge of the black community for 400 years. The black woman is only a manager of the black community, and the only reason why she is a manager of the black community is because the war against black men, which is waged by the white man, is sending us to the prison and to the cemetery. So the black woman had to step in and assume that role. The black woman don't want to be the damn alpha male in your house. The black woman don't want to be going crazy raising your children. The black woman don't want to be crazy teaching her daughter about sex and dating and pregnancy and birth control and STDs. Do you really think the black woman wouldn't rather be doing something else? Do you really think she want to be working 2 and 3 jobs to get the bills paid because your ass is locked up or dead? And I'm not blaming you, black man. It's a war on us. But what I'm telling you, stop making the black woman the scapegoat for the white man. And if you feel that you have to make the black woman the scapegoat for the white man, then why don't you just be honest and say, listen, I'm scared of my oppressor. I'm scared of the white man. I don't want to challenge him. I don't want to fight him. I'm scared of my oppressor, so I'm just going to blame my sister. I'm scared of the white man, so I'm just going to blame the black woman. That's what you really, that's the truth. Tell the truth. You scared of the white man, so you're just going to blame the black woman. Can we tell the truth? Can we tell the truth? Because that's all you beta males are doing, trying to make the black woman the scapegoat for what the white man has done to you. The black woman does not control the school system. The black woman does not control the criminal justice system. The black woman does not control the legal system. She does not control the economy. Just tell the truth. You have been mentored by beta males who have made the black woman the scapegoat for what the white man has done to you because you are afraid to challenge your oppressor. That's why when the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy is open, there will be code of conduct on this campus. There will be a code of conduct at the Frederick Douglass High School. There will be a code of conduct at the Marcus Garvey Elementary School. There will be a code of conduct at the Nat Turner and Jean-Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium. Black power. Yes, sir. Shout out to Wilmington, Delaware for standing by the prince. And black women, I want all my black women to know something right now. I am not condoning your bullshit. My beautiful African queens, I'm talking to you right now. I'm not condoning your bullshit because some black women are on some bullshit. Some of you play keep away with the kids. Some of you take good men to child support who is already taking care of their kids. Some of you will bring good brothers into your life and you use them as an emotional crutch just to get your baby daddy or ex-husband to pay attention to you. I am not condoning the bullshit of black women. I am not saying that the black woman does not have faults, because the black woman has faults just like the black man has faults. But I am concerned about the example that black men are sending to young black boys right now in this country. I am concerned about the message that black men are sending to young black boys in this country when a 16-year-old girl gets 4 shots to her heart. When a 16-year-old girl gets 4 shots to her heart in Columbus, Ohio, and a whole bunch of weak-ass, no backbone having beta males will get on the internet and defend a white policeman. We'll defend a white policeman who shot 4 bullets into the stomach of a 16-year-old black girl. I cannot condone that. No damn beta males. All these young brothers out here claiming to be masculine. All these young brothers out here claiming to be masculine, and all you're doing is attacking women. I'm seeing entire threads on social network of black men talking about everything wrong with black women. That's not how we act, brother. White people are watching this shit. White people are watching this. They are watching you attack your sister on a public platform. Do you really think if a black cop put 4 bullets in a 16-year-old white girl holding a knife, do you think any white man would be defending a black cop? Let me ask you again. If a black cop put 6 bullets in a white girl holding a knife, if a black cop put 4 bullets in a white girl holding a knife, if a black cop put 4 bullets into the heart of a white girl holding the knife, do you think any white man would be on social media defending the black cop who murdered the 16-year-old white girl? What's wrong with us? That's why at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, we're going to have a code. We're going to have a code. When you walk on this campus, every black woman will be at peace on this campus. If a black man says the wrong thing to you, he disrespects you, if he does anything inappropriate, you will be able to tell one of the brothers and sisters, and their name will be added to the book of Negroes, and they will be banned. If you do not respect black women, do not come to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy for any community events. If you do not respect the black woman, do not ever come to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy for any community events, because you will be banned and your name will be added to the book of Negroes. When you show up, we need to see your driver's license or state-issued ID. I'm letting y'all know now. Don't come to this school for an event pulling out some fake Hotep identification card. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. State-issued ID. My Moorish brothers, I love you, but you better have a state-issued ID or you're not coming in. I want to see the real name, the name you was born with, the name your paycheck has on it. That's what I want to see. Or you're not coming in here. I want to know who everybody is and where they live. That's right. I want to know who everybody is and where they live, brothers and sisters. That's what I want. Black man, if I'm going to hold you accountable, I got to hold the black woman accountable. Black man, so brothers, if I'm going to hold you accountable, I got to hold the sisters accountable. Black woman, don't disrespect no black man on this campus. Black woman, don't disrespect no black man on this campus, or you will be added to the book of Negroes and you will be banned from the campus. How we doing? I can't complain. But that's all for right now. It's the Prince of Pan-Africanism. I'm signing out. Peace and black power.
You're not working 60 hours minimum a week that you're getting paid for. Turn off YouTube, Instagram, whatever, and get your ass out there. Go down there and work at McDonald's, Circle K, get you a job. I don't care about your pride. You can't be proud and broke at the same time.